So guys, I'm Mr. Squared again, once again. It's been like a week since I put up my Summer Massive video, and I feel like I just haven't had anything really to talk about. I got plenty to talk about, but I had like no time, no energy. I had work, and you know, just work, and then I get home and I'm just too tired to make a video. So, but this video is going to be something that I've been trying to put out since probably day one. And the title is Girls Like Nerdy Shit. They just do. I was in Best Buy yesterday. Actually, this is kind of a two-part story. Got two examples. I was in Best Buy yesterday because of Best Buy's buy two get one free deals on all the games, and I got Gears of War triple pack. That was $30. And then Mod Nation Racers, that was $30. And then for free, I got Star Ocean, the Last Hope, the International Edition, $14.99. I had to pick this up. I don't really care much for JRPGs or RPGs in general, but I had to get this. But I go to the counter, and two girls that ring me up. I talk to them all the time. One more than the other. But the girl who rang me up, she was looking at the games, and she's like, "What's this about?" I was like, "Oh, well, you know, it's just a JRPG. You know, my boy told me, you know, it was good, and you know, I picked it up, right? So, and it was like $15. So I said, why not?" She's like, "Oh, okay." And then she goes, "Mod Nation Racers, why do you have this?" I was like, "Well, you know, sometimes when I don't feel like playing this, I want to go and settle down and play this, you know." And she was like, I guess, you know, that's fine. And they're like, the two girls are like talking back and forth while she's like ringing me up. I say hi to the one chick, and somehow, some way, we started talking about. Oh, she brought up Alice the Madness. Actually, the other chick, she brought up Alice the Madness. She was like the new Alice in Wonderland game, and the girl that was ringing me up, she's like, "Yeah, I want to play that, but I don't have like time," because then she like turns around, and is like, "Cause I'm still playing this game." Because you know, like in Best Buy behind the counters, they have like a stack of games that you can pick up. And she pointed to L.A. Noire, and we started talking about L.A. Noire. Mind you, I don't have that game. I'm never going to buy that game. I don't really care much for Rockstar games in general because they're just long and boring. That's just me. But we started talking about that, and then eventually she started talking about Kingdom Hearts, and she's like, "That's like the only like RPG I probably like finished on my own, like from start to finish." And I was just like in my head, I'm like, this is probably the last thing I would expect from her. Like, you always have like preconceived notions of people, and then when you find out they like something that you like, it's like, oh wow, what? Nah, that's not, can't be. So I'm kind of, I was surprised, but not really. I should have been surprised because it wasn't anything I've never encountered before. But I guess in all of our conversations that I've had, we just never talked about video games. That's just one thing. I mean, guys, like when you meet a girl and she likes something that you like, you know, in your mind you want to like, on the outside you're like, "Oh, that's cool." Inside, some of you're either yelling at the top of your lungs like, "I cannot believe this," or okay, you're the expression on the outside is the same as the inside. It's like, "Oh, all right, you like such and such. That's cool. What do you like about such and such?" And this brings me to my second story. A girl at work, pretty girl, you know, pretty much the last person I would expect to talk about these things. Is I said, "So, Katie, what are you doing when you get home?" She's like, "Oh, well, I don't have anything to do today, so I'm just gonna go home and watch Star Wars." And I'm like, "What?" He's like, "Yeah, I feel like it's my duty to watch these movies before I die. At least one time. At least one time." And in my mind, I'm like, no. Nah. Where's Ashton Kutcher? Because I'm being punked right now. Because this is the last, you know, the last person you would expect. Like I just said, the last person, they tend to be the person that they just always surprise you every time. I'm like, okay. And then mind you, I'm like, okay, she just broke up with her boyfriend. So her boyfriend didn't like have the movies on, and she like slipped and watched them. So I asked her, I was like, Katie, you was it on TV? She's like, no, I got them on DVD. I'm like, oh, really? So you voluntarily watched Star Wars? She's like, yeah. Is that weird? I was like, no. No, it's not. And you know, mind you, I might be a little hypocritical sometimes when I talk about girls and video games with my friends and everything. But this one completely took me by surprise. It's like a black guy who doesn't like chicken. It's like, nah, man, you don't like chicken? Are you what? Get out of here. You're like, go eat your fish that way. I want to enjoy my fried, my barbecue, my baked, right? So that was kind of the way I felt. And the next day, she watched 4, 5, and 6. No, she watched 4, 5, and 6, and then she watched episode 1. And she didn't have 2 or 3. So the next day, I brought her 2 and 3, and she watched the movie. When next time we came back to work, excuse me, she gave them back, and excuse me again. I asked her like, what was her like? How'd you like them? Like, were they good? She was like, I don't have a favorite anymore, because her favorite one out of before 2 and 3 was episode 1. So, and people don't judge. I mean, people like episode 1. I like them all. Honestly, I don't have a favorite Star Wars movie because there are flaws and the pros and cons in every single movie, and both of them outweigh each other. And I just can't pick one that I'd rather watch over and over and over again. Some people do, I don't. She said episode 1 was her favorite, but after watching 2 and 3, she was like, I don't have one. I just like the movies. So my main point, I guess, out of those 2 stories, is guys, when a girl tells you that she likes a certain book, or actually no, this is nerdy stuff. So she likes a certain comic. Nerdy stuff, because now technically video games are nerdy, but not nerdy anymore. They're mainstream nerdy. Maybe that's the best way to put it. I don't know. Yeah, I think I know what I'm trying to get. But guys, if a girl likes video games, she likes a certain genre of film, i.e., fantasy and sci-fi, or if a girl likes a certain book that is fantasy or sci-fi, or she likes anime, which honestly, girls who like anime aren't really that. It's not that surprising because girls do like anime. I know that for almost a fact. Most girls like anime, or a certain type of cartoon that, you know, is just pleasing to the eye. Don't be so surprised. Be surprised. You might be surprised, but you don't have to be that. Number one, actually, keep your dick down, because just because they like something, they might like that one thing, but everything else about their personality that you might want to like, you know, you like want to date this girl because they like certain, you know, nerdy stuff. You don't keep your dick down because, you know, her personality might be a bitch. She might be a bitch who just likes anime, or plays Final Fantasy, or likes the Green Lantern. You know, I was kind of all over the place with that last one. Mind you, I ad-lib all my vids. If this is your first time ever watching my vids, ever, I ad-lib everything. So, you know, I think that's it. Girls like nerdy shit. Don't be surprised when they tell you they like nerdy shit. I don't know. Maybe it depends on the environment that you live in. Because I'm surprised that certain guys play certain types of games as well. Like, my friend's a Marine, and he was talking about Star Ocean. I'm like, he's a Marine, he's playing Star Ocean. I'm like, but you know, I guess that's just a stereotype that we as a gaming / anime / dork geek nerd community, we just have to break.